Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and what a Feel Good Friday it is as we welcome, Mr. Boris Frederick Cecil Tenate Kodjoe. Yes, sir. That is it. That's the full name in case you wonder.
You just gave me goosebumps.
Did you feel it a little bit?
You said my whole name. That's amazing.
It's because you're in the motherland. You know, we've got to give you a proper welcome.
Yes.
We don't normally get sunrises like this. It's only this morning.
That's my present to you. I figured I could do something for you, so I arranged that beautiful sunrise. You're welcome.
You can stay, man. You can stay. No, you've slipped right in here. I can see how comfortable you are in South Africa.
How can you not?
It is awesome having you out here. Your experience of the country. I know that you've done a little bit of cage diving as well.
Yes.
Maybe even the Biscayne. What are some of the standout things that you've done while you've been out here?
Well, cage diving was one of my bucket list things that I had to do when I came down here. So we went down to Marine Dynamics, and they took care of us amazingly. My kids jumped in the cage.
Wow.
8 and 10. They couldn't wait. They went in there, and my wife went in there. We all went in there together. It was incredible, and we learned a lot about the sharks and the amazing work they do with marine life down there to preserve it. And then we went to, of course, we went to the old biscuit mill.
Yes.
On Saturday.
One of my friends actually texted me that morning, and he's like, "Dude, you got to come to the biscuit mill. Boris Kodjoe is right here." I'm like, "You kidding me? No, not."
Stall him with the waffle. Stall him with the waffle.
Yeah, waffles, crepes. The food is incredible. I was there for like 3 hours, just eating.
Did you get a lot of people coming up to you asking for photos? Obviously.
Yeah, but you know what? They're really respectful of me and my family, which is great.
Wow.
You know, when I'm with the kids, you know, they understand it's daddy time, and so you see people like go like this, and they're like, but you know,
unfortunately, you don't kind of drift off into the crowd. You really do stand out.
Well, I'm 6'4", so it's hard for me to hide.
Exactly.
You know? But everybody's been really lovely and really welcoming, and you know, I mean, I love taking pictures and chatting to people. That's why I travel. That's why I love traveling so much.
Is it like that in the US? Do they give you that breathing room?
It depends where. New York and LA, nobody cares. It's like everybody goes about their business. They couldn't care less if I'm walking down the street. But then there's other cities where it's a little bit more of an event when you come and mingle. But you know, it could be worse. They could be throwing tomatoes. That's what I always say.
This is
true. And I love it. I love people. I love talking to everybody, and it's been amazing.
One thing that I know that people absolutely love about you is when you speak German. You grew up in Germany. Could you say to the nation, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, in German?
Okay, willkommen auf unserer Show heute. Es ist die Guten Morgen Frühstücksshow hier in Cape Town, Südafrika. Ich freue mich hier zu sein mit meinen Freunden. Es ist ein super Wetter hier und es könnte nicht besser gehen.
Oh my goodness! Dankeschön, Dankeschön, Dankeschön to the highest level. But an interesting part of your heritage is the fact that you grew up in Germany. You were born to a German mother, a Ghanaian father.
Yeah, my dad's from Accra.
That's what?
From Accra.
From Accra, exactly.
Yeah.
So Africa is in you, and I was scrolling along your Instagram page and looking at the post that you were putting up. And the other day you put up a very moving post about your feelings on what's been happening in the country in terms of the xenophobic attacks.
Oh yeah, well, I'm always very much touched by what's going on around me. So when I travel, I can't help but be somewhat involved in the immediate situation and what's going on socially and politically. I'm still a foreigner. I'm still a guest in this country. So my opinion is a very unique perspective because I don't live here.
Yeah.
But I've talked to many people, and I think what we need to learn from this situation is that the frustration behind these attacks, the frustration behind these outbreaks, has to be talked about, has to be addressed. Mm-hmm. So xenophobia is just one aspect of this frustration that's been brewing and that's coming out in various ways. It is a terrible thing, obviously. It's something that's completely unacceptable. We have to remind ourselves of empathy. We have to remind ourselves of considering the other person, that we're all the same. We have to encourage dialogue. We have to address the actual root of the problem, and I think that's what people have to talk about, and that's what people have to focus on.
Yeah.
How do you explain something like that? Obviously, having your kids out here and broaching these kinds of things, I know that you are a very proud father, and you're going to be moving into that talk show space where you're going to be tackling issues like that. How do you broach something like this with your kids?
Well, we just talked about it off camera.
Yeah.
I think it's important to define a balance. I think it's important that you encourage your kids and you give them hope, and this is a beautiful life, and this is a beautiful planet that we live on. But on the other hand, you have to also raise them with responsibility and teach them how to be accountable for what they do. Yeah. And also that we're here to help each other, and we're here to make this place a better place. And so there has to be a healthy sort of balance between giving hope and educating, and that goes for everybody, you know. And that's why I want to talk about xenophobia. That's why I want to talk about the issues that we're having here, you know, just basic social needs that people have that are not met, because they have no access to them, whether it's education or water, electricity. You know, I'm sitting in my apartment and all of a sudden the lights go out. So,
what is
load shedding, I had to Google it, what's going on? And this is a reality here, and it has to be addressed because there's obviously a reason for it. We're in 2015, so, and then you look at the U.S., what's going on in the United States right now, police brutality, what happened in Baltimore. So all these things have to be talked about, and they have to be addressed in a way that makes everybody feel like they're part of the society and not cast out to the side.
Well, man, listen, it's such an amazing privilege to have you here, and as I said yesterday, an inspirational brother indeed in every sense of the word. But we are going to be having a moment of truth with Boris a little bit later on. You should be nervous. Be very, very nervous, Boris. Right now, let's scoot on over.
Shouldn't have walked across camera, man.
Let's scoot on over to the kitchen. Deon, what's up, man?